Yeah, go. Just bust your way in there, and I'll get you.
Can I try and work it out if you two press the buttons?
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Okay.
And I'll film you.
Top. Top left is fine. The one below that, go twice. Okay, cool. Then the one to the right of that once. Okay, then the one above that twice, 3 times. I think. Yeah, one more. There you go. The one to the right of that once. No, twice. One more.
Good. That was twice.
One more. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Bottom left, but up one. Twice or once? Once, fine. The very bottom left, once. Nope, 3 times, so 2 more. Okay, cool. The one to the right of that, twice. And the one to the right of that, once. The one above that, twice. The one to the right of that, 3 times? No, 2 times. One more. There you go. Yeah. Then, then the one above that once. The one above that, 3 times. And then, for the last piece, middle top right.
What?
Okay, wait.
Middle top right.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, the middle 4, the top right of the middle 4.
The top.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. And then once more. Yeah.
And then.
No, and the bottom right, 3 times.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. I mean, you saw like that's pretty easy when there's no pressure, you know.
Yeah.
One of the biggest mistake, I thought you guys made a mistaken strategy in this game, but it didn't matter because you had such a big cushion to play with. But the ultimate strategy for this game, if you were to do it, like whenever you solve these pipe puzzles, you can actually start from both sides at the same time, right? So like basically the ultimate strategy would have been to put one guy on the top left buttons and the other guy on the bottom right buttons, and then the guy who's solving the puzzle split in half diagonally. So one person's getting all the top left half buttons and the other person's getting all the bottom right half buttons.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, you guys found the ultimate strategy.
That last piece, hopefully. I can't believe just the way you didn't see that.
The best part about that was you were here, you had them here, right? And they were on the buttons, and we had the mirror in your chat so we could hear you guys. And he was like, okay, that's good, we've done it, get out. And we said, wait, he thinks they've done it. And it took you guys about a minute to get up there to the end, and then you were like, wait a second, it's red, we can't get out, blah, blah, blah. And so, like, we knew at least 2 minutes before you guys did that you guys couldn't get out. And we were just like, we were dead silent in the chat. We were like, just wait for it, wait for it. And then you were like, oh, leave, go back. And we were dying laughing. That was the funniest thing we ever witnessed. It was so good. Oh, man.
I think if I had known that it was meant to go that way as well, I probably could have got closer to doing it in one run.
Yeah, no
because
kidding.
I had the top one wrong. I was like, okay, that's got to be connected to the one to the right of it, and then that messed up the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yep, that does mess it up. Well, hey, at that, I guess I should welcome everybody to the episode. I'm back with the Ungentleman here. We're talking. We're basically bringing them back to the scene of the crime when they swept through the Gameshow Season 1 tournament bracket. And we are at Pipeline Pursuit, which was the first game of their second matchup where they played 50 Shades of Awesome. I don't know how much of that little segment there I will have included, but basically the Ungentlemen are perfectionists, and they were upset that they didn't get to solve this puzzle in one go, so they switched up team members a little bit, and completed the pipe puzzle. So if anybody was interested in how to do that, here it is. It is indeed possible to get to every single button and back out in one go. Now, interestingly, when we actually made this game the first time, we made it so that you had to, well, not necessarily you had to get through it in one go, but basically we had a button right here that would teleport the players that were in the grid back out of it and reset the airlock so they couldn't get back in until they were both ready to go. But basically what that would have meant is you can't get through this fence gate right here unless the person presses the button while you're there. So basically, to finish the puzzle, they would have had to get to the orange button and get out on the same run. And the reason that would have happened is because the only way they could get out is to push this button, right? So if your person got all the way through all the obstacles and got up to here, and then realized that the people couldn't get out like you guys did, he would have had to jump back down to let them out, which would have meant he would have had to get let through the fence again. And it was just way too dangerous to do it that way because we were afraid we were going to run into a 20-minute aside game. So we took that out.
Well, it kind of did.
Well, it wasn't 20 minutes aside, it was like 13 minutes and then 7, but you know, it could have been twice as long as it was, is my point. Oh, did you guys ever notice the butcher here? Did you see him?
Where?
We stuck him in, we stuck him in this pipe over here during the episode. He was just bouncing around on the slime blocks the whole time.
I think I saw him at the end or in the episode or something.
Yeah.
I didn't, you don't notice these sort of things when you're in there.
Right. Yeah, so anyways, again, another coin toss game that I forgot the result of, but you guys get to go second. I'm actually pretty sure 50 Shades won the toss and decided to go first. So you guys get to sit in this room over here for about 20 minutes while they played. What were you guys doing in here? Because 50 Shades played 20 questions while they were sitting in here. Oh. Who is it?
We were making really punny jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So there was, I think there was an apple on the back of here.
And then wasn't there like a hole in the ceiling?
Yeah, there was a hole in the ceiling.
Oh my god.
So like, I was just making loads of jokes, and then I was just like, "Oh guys, should I just leave?" Or, you know, just sort of running around, just making jokes at different points.
Sure.
So I'll need a ban, you know. Just really.
There's a lot of bush right here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you have that on video? Did you release
I
it? Or?
it up. No, I didn't actually record that, which is unfortunate.
That's a shame. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah. At the end, I was like, oh, damn it, I should have recorded all of that.
Yeah. We contemplated running both teams at the same time in this and doing like a mirror, but I mean, could you have imagined, like, there would have been no way to film it with 3 cameras either. Like, it's just ridiculous. I do think the 4x4 grid was too big, though, in the future. Like, we could have probably gotten away with a 3x3 grid and running both teams at one time. Because like with a 3x3 grid, you could even fit both teams into the same camera shot if you wanted to. I don't know. Niall wanted to do a 5x5 grid, and I told him he was insane. And he didn't truly believe me until we filmed it, and then he said, "Oh yeah, you were right."
One thing that gets overlooked though is the ladders. It's not exactly. Can we break through and just?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I don't know what piece it was actually. Was it this one?
It's the one where there's like the H in the middle. Hang on. It's when you get on these right here and you have to get across, it's kind of difficult. When you get up, like if you go up the outside here, and then you have to get across here to go.
Oh
up
yeah,
the corner.
I think it was something like this.
Yeah, those are really difficult to do, and I don't know. That's why we left the black wool out here though, so people could step on it. I think you guys figured that out, like.
Yeah, at the very end.
Right at the end, yeah. You're like, oh, hey, this is way easier than we're making it, and you just hopped right up. Yeah, I mean, for sure, we didn't want to make it easy, and I wanted to give my viewers the perspective of what it's like to be in here, because it does not look like it feels like this when you get inside this game. And interestingly, there's a block missing here, isn't there? Oh no, I guess it's supposed to be like that. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's incredibly thin. Definitely difficult to maneuver in here. Always neat when you get to see the other angle, that's for sure. Let's take a look at what that looks like from the outside. Oh, that's why I missed that piece there. 'Cause it was one of those. That's funny. You can't even like. You guys had no idea what these pieces looked like. The two of you that were the mechanics, because like you had no clue. You probably came out here afterwards and you were like, "Oh wow, this looks interesting."
Yeah, these diagonal pieces I would not have guessed were a thing. I just thought it was a corner. You just went down like this.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, for sure. And that was the main reason. Like, we hadn't planned to do the interviews out here, but I told Nox during the game, I was like, you got to bring them out here to do the interviews, because that's the only way they're going to get to see the course. And he was like, oh yeah, good point. And also a good thing to talk about, this was actually a community-driven build. I'm hoping to do another one of these coming up if and when we do Season 2. Now that we have the Nox Squad build server, it'll actually be a little bit easier to pull off things like that, because people can get on there and build. What'd you guys think of the community-made obstacles that I picked?
I think they were great, because
I love the fence.
I don't think, yeah, things like the fence gate. I don't think, the Nox crew are very good. Like, you're very good at building stuff, but things like this fence gate, I don't think you would have thought of. Because it's just so kooky. It
really is. And this guy, he submitted like 5 or 6 things, and they were all just oversized Minecraft blocks. And I thought they were hilarious, and I wanted to use all of them, but in the end I settled for this one, because I knew I could have it be the button that you had to push and walk through at the same time. And that was going to trip people up, and sure enough. I mean, you guys sussed it out right away, though. That was another thing, like, I cut out a bunch of the episode where, like, Niall and I talked about this match for, like, 45 minutes when we recorded, and I had to cut a bunch of it down because there was this one part where we were just, like, talking about how perfectly you guys played the game, and we realized it was going to give away that you won the game show, so we cut it out. But basically, like, when you guys were in there, you would push the button and then look out and see what it did, like, 50 Shades did not do that at all in their run. They would just like hit the button and then run away. And then the guy who was up here wouldn't even turn around and look. And then all of a sudden he gets here and he's like, wait, why didn't you push the orange button? Let me through. And yeah.
I made sure that we pressed the buttons enough times. Because I watched your Let's Build the Game Show game. So I knew what the obstacles were, kind of. So I knew for the pink one, you only had to press it once because it would just push all the boxes down.
Yeah.
And this green one, I knew you had to keep filling up. So when Zerjan and I came in here and we pressed the button, Zerjan ran away. I was like, wait, hang on, let's fill it up some more.
Yeah, and that was entirely, like, that was the point of the show, was to see, you know, are the game show contestants going to do their research? And I think, like, you guys, I know Dwitty's been watching Behind the Walls, but if you go back and think about the Python script episode where we talked about those piston jumps that everybody sucks at, and how they were in bath time too. Like, it's stuff like that. The Nox Squad build server is really bringing a lot of this full circle, but we were sort of wondering, you know, when people come on to play this game show, how are they going to prepare? Are they going to try to remake our games? Are they going to go back and watch videos? Are they going to see behind the scenes stuff? Like, what are they going to do to prepare? And that was one of the things that you guys did to prepare that absolutely paid off for you. It was really nice to see.
I'm annoyed the build server wasn't up before when we were playing the game show, because there was this huge gap between the semi-finals and the finals
where there was just nothing to do.
Yeah, there was it was like, do we practice?
That was such a shame that it had to be that way, but sometimes things happen. So what do you think? Final thoughts about Pipeline Pursuit? Surgeon?
Loved it.
Great game.
It was very fun.
Good to hear.
Needs to be more puzzles.
Yeah, we love the puzzle games here. It's just a shame. They're games that we tend to stay away from because it means that we can't reuse them as much. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, cool. So you guys won this game, and then you headed back to the Decision Dome, and it pulled up Bomber Team. So let's head over there. So here we are at Bomber Team. It's game 2 of your series with 50 Shades of Awesome, and we're sitting here going, you know, geez, 50 Shades of Awesome, they pull out those 2 clutch victories against the Tyrants in round 1. What are they going to be able to do here against Sun Gentlemen? They've won 3 games in a row. Are they going to be able to stop them? Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a big shame, because those two games were just immensely close.
They were so tight, and yeah, I still can't believe it.
They found us.
Yeah, no kidding. Did you guys know how the TNT worked, by the way? Did you ever figure that out when you were playing it?
It would, so you'd place it down, and then it would light up, and then it would summon a creeper in or something.
Yeah, you got it. It was creepers, which is actually why some of these, like, you stuck a guy in the webs here, and he wasn't dying.
Yeah.
The webs will actually, like, receive the creeper damage and not kill him. It's kind of a shame. We're actually still balancing this game for like the strength of the creeper blast within 2 hours of you guys playing it, I think. Like, it just, something didn't feel right, and we cranked up the damage a little bit more, and it made it seem a little bit more realistic. So yeah, Bomber Team got completely redone. This game, I wish I had the way that it was before to show you guys, but like, you see these minecarts right here, like how it delivers the drops. You'll notice right now that if we just peek in here, it's just like a little hole, and that's it. So if I just stick a minecart in the back there, you'll see that it just pops out and goes down. That's all that it does now. But in the beginning, if we were to like break through this floor and look, it's all been deleted since, but the way that this game originally worked, there was about 6 miles of rail track underneath here. And the way that the drops were timed was how long the carts had to move before they reached the spot they were coming out of. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen under here. It was like a roller coaster. But we completely wiped that. We made the arena smaller. We made it a lot more open. I really think we got the gameplay we were looking for. It turned out really fantastically. So yeah, like, you know, you guys are strategizing before you come into Bomber Team. What are you guys thinking at this point, strategy-wise? How do you want to play it?
We didn't really come up with a strategy for this one, did we?
Just rush the drops.
Yeah, just go
That's the
out
most important thing.
And blow crap up.
Yeah, you really did it. And it was almost like you guys had the pincer strategies working like crazy, too. Man, it was great. Like, that, every kill you guys had in that game was, like, impressive. It was like, you guys didn't really take that much damage either.
I got down to 3 hearts, I think.
Yeah. It's just like, it's one of those things where people, like, play this game, and I'm just using Orange Bull to pretend it's TNT, but, like, they'll be running around, they'll be placing TNT like this, and the guy will be chasing them from 3 feet behind, and none of the TNT is doing anything. And, you don't get kills in this game unless the other person makes a mistake or you outsmart them. So like you bait them into a trap, which happened with 2 of your kills for sure. I think that's the most noteworthy part of this game that I want to talk about, is that final kill. I mean, it was it was so funny. Like, what, you didn't even know you had the cobwebs, and all of a sudden.
That was all you, actually. Go on.
Because we'd got every single drop, I think, apart from maybe 1, and I had got most of them, so I'd just been collecting cobwebs the whole game, and then got to that bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna place every single one I've got in a line.
You're like, oh, hang on, I got 25 cobwebs, wait a second. Yeah. And if he had turned around, he might have lived, but I'll tell you, the best part about that for us, though, was like, I'm always invisible when games are going on, and I'm sitting right about here, and I watch the guy, I forget who was last alive, was it Demented maybe? Yeah, he's running around this corner. I see you start laying out the cobwebs, and I was like, oh my freaking god, and everyone was like, what, and I was like, look, and they saw the whole, like, everybody was just screaming, just, oh no, and it was just like, it was a completely unavoidable trap. Like, the only way he could have got out of it is if he had turned around right into, I think it was Woody chasing him.
Actually, I don't think I was. I think I got to here, and then Oakley said, Oakley said chase him round. So I was like, okay, and then turned around and went this way, and I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but you can see it at the bottom of the video. I just turn around and go backwards.
Well, it sure didn't matter, because, oh man, there was nothing he could have done there. It was a 3v1. That's ridiculous. We definitely did not see that coming, and production of this game. We didn't think anybody would be able to 3-0 the kills and deaths in this game. But who knew? We also didn't think any team would stay alive the whole time during Mayan Hunt like the girls did. We didn't think there was any way that 50 Shades of Awesome had a chance to win bath time after they got stuck at the arrow bit for 4 minutes. I mean, the season was just full of great moments and surprises, really. Yeah, so final thoughts about Bomber Team, guys.
So
Best
fun.
game.
Yeah, very
Just
fun.
an all out blow everything up.
Yeah, really fun. This is a game that will definitely still be around in the future. We know for sure. We know a bunch of games that won't be. For example, Pipeline Pursuit will probably never come back, unfortunately, just because it's already done.
Rest in puzzles.
Yeah, I just showed how to do it on camera, so GG. But this is the type of game that is timeless and we'll be playing forever.
Yeah. And you can make different arenas as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and it'd be really easy
Change it up.
to pull the redstone out of this and stick it in the API of the spawn chunk and just go from there. Which, interestingly, I did a really cool thing with Blocksketball that people at Minecon this upcoming weekend here are going to see. I don't know when this video is going out, but yeah, if anybody's been at Minecon and seen the Blocksketball played on stage, if it came up on the dome, who knows? We changed a couple of ways that's redstone to make it a little bit more automatic. So yeah, it's just neat to see the evolution of the game show back from the days where Landlord and Apophis were running around teleporting places and flipping levers.
Yeah. Didn't the original just have like redstone torches underneath?
Yeah, and this still does though. By the way, like there's no other way to activate TNT. So yeah, it still is. It's a nightmare. We went around and double and triple checked that every place would set off TNT. So yeah, cool. Well,
does that mean that if we take a piece of TNT and place it down,
it's gonna light? The redstone's not on though, so it'll make a big mess, and then I'll be real sad. Which happened more times than I could count when we were testing, because people would just be like, "Oh, place it down." I'd be like, "No, the clock isn't on," and dead. Yeah. Okay, cool. What? So that puts you guys through the second round. At this point, you're in the finals, and your record is 4-0. So
yeah, we blew through them.
You absolutely did. That was neither of those games were close, and it made you guys look so scary going into the finals, for sure. So yeah, when we come back next time, we will be talking about those finals, which were between the Ungentleman and Evac crew. So we'll see you guys there. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 So you just like bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Then the one above that once. The one above that 3 times. And then for the last piece, middle top right.
What?
Wait.
Middle top right.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, the middle 4, the top right of the middle 4.
The top
Oh.
Yeah, that one. And then once more. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then?
No, and the bottom right, 3 times.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. I mean, you saw like that's pretty easy when there's no pressure, you know.
Yeah.
One of the biggest mistake, like I thought you guys made a mistake.
One more. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Bottom left, but up 1. Twice or once? Once, fine. The very bottom left, once. Nope, 3 times. So 2 more. Okay, cool. The one to the right of that twice. And the one to the right of that once. The one above that twice. The one to the right of that 3 times? No, 2 times. One more. There you go. Yeah. Then...
Yeah, go just bust your way in there and I'll get you.
Can I try and work it out if you 2 press the buttons?
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Okay.
And I'll film you.
Top left is fine. The one below that, go twice. Okay, cool. Then the one to the right of that once. Okay, then the one above that twice, 3 times. I think. Yeah, one more. There you go. The one to the right of that once. No, twice. One more.
Good. That was twice.
Here, right? And they were on the buttons, and we had the mirror in your chat so we could hear you guys. And he was like, "Okay, that's good. We've done it. Get out." And we said, "Wait, he thinks they've done it." And it took you guys about a minute to get up there to the end, and then you were like, "Wait a second, it's red. We can't get out." Blah blah blah. And so like we knew at least 2 minutes before you guys did that you guys couldn't get out, and we were just like we were dead silent in the chat. We were like, "Just wait for it, wait for it," and then you were like, "Oh, leave! Go back, go back!" And we were dying laughing. That was the funniest thing we ever witnessed. It was so good. Oh man.
I think if I had known that it was meant to go that way as well, I probably could have got closer to doing it in one run.
Good strategy in this game, but it didn't matter because you had such a big cushion to play with. But like the ultimate strategy for this game, if you were to do it, like whenever you solve these pipe puzzles, you can actually start from both sides at the same time, right? So like basically the ultimate strategy would have been to put one guy on the top left buttons and the other guy on the bottom right buttons, and then the guy who's solving the puzzle split in half diagonally. So one person's getting all the top left half buttons and the other person's getting all the bottom right half buttons.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, you guys found the ultimate strategy.
That last piece, hopefully. I can't believe just the way you didn't see that.
The best part about that was you were here, you had them here.